the bottom line. This is how Islam's worked for 1,400 years.
For a long time.
Or longer. 1,500 years.
For a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you.
Starting in and around Mecca and where the different
Cut you down.
Silk Road trade
Tell that long
caravan routes came together.
tell that
Very small group of Bedouin
the gambler, the backbiter.
slave traders, basically, codified a religion by amalgamating a bunch of the religions, Christianity, Judaism, and other things that were crossing there at the trade routes, there at those four corners. And Islam always expands, acts friendly when it's on outskirts by new groups, infiltrates, moves in, gets a stronghold, and once they hit about 10%, they start killing everybody, including Muslims that don't want to go along with it, so that the other people in the towns and cities that they've invaded start moving out and pushing into other areas. It's very simple. They come in, they move in, they act all friendly. They tell you, oh, we're not the radical Muslims. Then as soon as their numbers get to 10%, it's always the same. The terror attacks start. Then there's the loving local Muslims that tell you, oh, we're trying to fight this. Just submit to us, go along, come to the mosque, learn about what real Islam is. Stockholm Syndrome, basically, join us and we won't kill you, or the bad guys won't kill you. So they recruit while they know some won't be recruited. They will flee. First the neighborhood, then the town, then the city, then the state, then the country. And that's fine. They then come in and take over the buildings and farms and castles and factories and facilities you've built. And once they get up to about 30%, they then have a tax levied on non-Muslims living in the area. But then once they get up to about 50%, they go ahead and drive you out or kill you. And this is in the Quran how to do it. It is a takeover plan by a guy that took over much of Saudi Arabia, what's Saudi Arabia today, before he died. So it is an exact plan. You can go read the book he wrote, and you can go read the books that then the other imams and folks wrote under two different schools. You have the Shiites who believe you've got to be directly related to the Prophet Muhammad. Of course, that's the minority group because you don't have as many preachers because there's not as many folks related to Muhammad. That's why you look at the Ayatollahs in Iran and stuff, they all look the same because they're related to Muhammad. I mean, that direct royal religious lineage of Muhammad, you're looking at it. The Shiites were a lot smarter. They were going to follow what Muhammad said, but anybody that's a teacher and popular can lead, and they've taken over. A little bit smarter ideology. We don't care if you're black. We don't care if you're white. We don't care if you're Asian. We don't care if you're Hispanic. We don't care if you're Native American. You get a big following, you can become an imam. You can lead a jihad. That's why a lot of former white supremacists in Europe are converting to Islam. They see the writing on the wall. They want to be in a gang. They want to have all the women as their slaves. They're becoming leaders in it. And you know what? The Wahhabis go, we want white guys running it. In fact, you can kind of say it's really not racist. The left kind of allies with it because it thinks it's anti-white. That's not really what you're looking at. That's why most of the big leaders now in Europe and the U.S. are white Muslim leaders. And you'll see a lot of their testimonies online. They're like, yeah, I was in prison 22 and the Aryan nations didn't know what to do. And then I heard the imam. And now I'm 40 years old and I run a big mosque and my life's good. Ha ha, blessed be the prophet. You're just like, wow, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. But see, Western governments are thinking just the next few decades, takeover-wise. They think they can mop up Islam later. And they want to be allied with Islam so that they can use it again to take our rights, take our liberties, take our free speech online, ban everybody's free speech, instead of just banning Orthodox radical Muslims coming in. And that's what we need an international group to control the internet. Well, that's already what Obama and Soros did before Obama left office. They're recruiting in the mosque. The main ideology comes out of the internet. It's true, big internet providers let ISIS and Al-Qaeda push their garbage, and then when I put out a video criticizing them, YouTube, that's Google, and Facebook, that's Zuckerberg, and Twitter routinely ban my videos and say, you're promoting hate by simply showing what the Muslims are doing. We don't even show them cutting the heads off. We just show their statements, how they're going to kill us, how they're going to get all the women. So if you want to know how they operate, that's how they do it.